Good to see you guys again. Welcome to Two Guys Garage. Check it out. We brought back the bucket.
Oh, be nice. Yeah, it started out rough. 1973 Chevy pickup truck. But we got our friends at Brothers for parts,
sir.
us for labor. It's gonna go to a whole nother level.
Yeah, man, we're gonna clean it up, straighten it up, fix it up, and bring it to you. Welcome to Two Guys Garage. Bam.
You know, it might not look like we've done a lot, but we've done a lot of work on this truck. You know,
we talk about might not look like a lot. We did a whole lot of work to it, man. All courtesy of our friends at Brothers, and I swear, I think you could buy a truck right out of that catalog, man.
You can't. I've already dialed it in. We've got half of it coming already. So, but the first things we bought out of here was to drop the truck and get the stance. So Willie got out the plasma cutter, man, made all kinds of smoke and fire, notched it out so we have clearance, but we boxed it in to get the structure back and clearance for that axle to move up and down.
Exactly. My man Kev did a nice patch panel right here, if you recall that. Nice job.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, man. We also got the one window door, if you recall. This particular door has a wing window back in 1973. We wanted that out of the way, so we got the single window door on there, and along with some other body panels and stuff. The truck actually looks pretty good compared to what it was.
We like the way the look is. We got some wheels and tires on it since you last seen it, and I've been doing some more shopping. As you can kind of see laid out in front of us here. So don't get scared. I got more that'll be here any day now. So obviously we got a bed going on. We had a step side, but now we're going to a fleet side. So we're totally changing kind of the back look of this thing.
Yeah, man, and really, I love the fact that you pick and choose what pieces, components, parts you want to design the truck how you want to, straight from the catalog here from Brothers. So let's show them kind of what we got here. Again, he said he was going from a step side to a fleet side. So obviously, a little bit bigger bed. I'll show you how this kind of comes together.
Yeah, so this will be the back up against the cab here. So that's kind of our starting point. We got the quarters here that'll come up on the back. Eventually we'll get the inners bolted together. We can start mating it up. And we got a lot of gapping, a lot of fitting of panels, but we want to get it all together, see how it looks, start tweaking, looking at moldings, etc., because we're going to get this thing to paint here before too long.
Yeah, man.
All right, I'll try to hold it steady. You get your first one in as you need to.
Now, you kind of recall, these trucks are kind of becoming big collector's items. You know, for the longest time, the 68 and 72 C10 is where it's at. This is the next generation of truck that's really going to pop.
Oh, it's already popping. So if you want one, you better go grab one. And you know you got a lot of stuff you can buy for it, so don't be afraid.
Don't be afraid to use a credit card.
With the bed coming together pretty nice, we're starting to mock up a few of the other pieces. So we got taillight assemblies from Brothers. So we're doing a little mock-up just to make sure, you know, we can see how everything fits. If we need to tweak some little tabs, get the body lines to look good. So sizing up the body work that's coming up pretty quickly.
Look at this, man. What a huge difference. Our bucket is turning into a baby.
Yeah, that's right.
Not bad, man. Now, obviously, this was a step-side truck, so the bed was a lot smaller, bumper a lot smaller. We think it's been kind of in the back of it smashed because it had some kind of goobered up, weird bumper brackets they just welded on. We'll clean all that up, fix that up, but check this out, right?
Yeah, man. So, as you can see, this is kind of what it's going to look like, but think about a couple hours we put in there, elbow grease, gapping it, sanding it down, putting some color on it, then dressing it up with all these good shiny bits.
Yeah, and that's the great thing about doing like a mock-up phase, especially when you get Brothers Trucks involved, because they have all the pieces, all the parts, all the components that you need, be it body fenders, bumpers, grills, headlights, side markers, and so forth. So really, you get all the fit and finish set on that thing. You get to trim it out with some great pieces like this. I mean, look at this grill, this pop. It's like brand new, awesome. That's sharp, man. It makes for a great looking truck.
A car can look grubby and build for a long time, but as soon as you put color on it and then you dress it up, I mean, it's brand new like in a day. You know, you're ready to just scatter parts on it. You're excited. So
yeah, man. We're excited about this truck. Unfortunately, we have to shelf it for the time being, but we do have a maintenance beast, and I'm talking a Goliath of a truck coming in. It's a F350, it's a dually, and it's awesome.
We'll be back in a minute. Meet Goliath.
Yeah, man.
This segment of Two Guys Garage is brought to you by Woodward Fab, quality metalworking equipment since 1966.
Hey, welcome back. Now, we put aside our 73 Brothers truck project to work on the behemoth F350.
Yeah, man, this thing really is a Goliath. That actually 73, I think, could fit in the bed of this thing.
Yeah, but it's a work truck, man. It's got pretty good miles on it, 110,000, but it's been loaded.
Yeah, man, it's got a lot of little maintenance issues, if you will. We're driving around, and it kind of sounded like somebody packing a poodle in a purse, just all angry, upset. Look, he made the face. It's like, ooh, you can imagine that. And really, when you get to it, you see this hub. It's really gritty. It's got a lot of chunkiness in it. It stops it almost like, if you can imagine it chattering as you spin it. It really does, man. So that obviously was a big component of that noise.
Yeah.
Now,
to get that out, right, we pulled off sort of that extender adapter, the rotor.
Yeah.
You know, and then you can just reach in there, grab the snap ring, and that lets the four-wheel drive locking mechanism pull out.
dude, but what a cool little mechanism if you've never seen one of these.
Yeah, so you've got two modes. You can put it in auto mode.
Okay.
And there's actually a vacuum port back here.
Sure.
And somehow it magically makes this thing engage. But right now, it's free spinning.
Okay.
Right? So if I put it in manual lock mode, then here it lock. Now it's locked in. So I got spline on the inside, spline on the outside. Now you got four-wheel drive.
Dude, what a cool little mechanism, man. I like it.
I don't know. Well, you want to start doing some cleanup and prep there? I'll work on. We got Federated Auto Part hubs for the left and the right side. So got new studs with them. I'll start putting some thread locker on. Next thing you know, we'll bolt them together and we can get on to that next weird noise.
There's plenty of them.
You know, as much power as this thing's making on the front end and the towing on the back end, that chatter on that torque converter, we just gotta fix it.
Amen, man. This has been a tow rig. It's spent his whole life doing that. And after about 100 to 110,000 miles, torque converters in these guys really fatigue and wear out. So this is a complete upgrade from KT Performance. Now, this is their Diamond T torque converter. And I'm telling you, man, upgrades everywhere. Care to start?
Well, luckily, a torque converter is all in one piece, but we've got it torn down old versus new so you can see the differences.
Yeah.
Now, this cover, this is just wrap your brain around. This is going to carry all the way through the stamping versus a billet. So this was a solid piece of steel cut down twice as thick, way more stiff. So that mentality is just going to go right through. So if you look at things like this, see this big old weld, right? It's welded on the inside and the outside, whereas this hub is just welded on the outside and they'll fatigue and crack over time.
Yeah,
Right?
you see that happen a lot, actually. And again, back to the covers, let me show you something about engagement. We're talking mating surfaces here. Now look at the difference between what you're gonna get with the Diamond T torque converter from KT Performance and what you're gonna get from the factory.
Look at
All
those guys. Look at this one.
So,
this is a worn out one, big time.
Much more of a mating surface here. You're not gonna get that chatter and rattle that you get when something fatigues and wears out there. So all of this right here is an awesome upgrade, and it's stuffed into this Diamond T torque converter with a lifetime warranty from KT Performance. Now I'm just gonna throw this little thing right in here. Yeah,
I'm gonna grab the tool.
Yeah, that helps.
Now sometimes when you're doing a big job like a torque converter underneath the car, you might as well throw in a couple of simple ones. So we went to AC Delco Professional for fuel filters. Now we have two of them. This is the first one. It's sitting right up here under the fuel rail. Now this one is doing two functions, and you can see the dirt and debris. So that's keeping out, you know, rocks, boulders, small particles.
Ping pong balls, chewing tobacco, you know the good stuff.
Yeah, so there's definitely no chewing tobacco or ping pong balls getting through this one, but you can see there's actually kind of a film
skin,
or
if you will.
yeah, skin on there, and I think that's the part that's separating the water or the moisture that can get sucked into your tank.
Sure.
Separates that out so you can drain it because you don't want to ingest moisture into the engine. It just doesn't run right.
Now, that would be the first line of defense. The second line of defense, you get on top of the motor, but as you can tell, this one grabs a lot of that dirt, a lot of that debris, if you will, that you find. And it's funny, when you go to the gas pump, you never think about the gas, the fuel you're pumping in there, having dirt or contaminants in it. It does, obviously. First line of defense, but if you go up to the top of the motor, you see this one, and again, a lot of dirt, a lot of contaminant, a lot of nastiness in there. So it's always good when you're doing jobs like this, make sure you handle both of them. All the replacement O-rings come with it. Simple, they got great fit and function. It's awesome, it's always from AC Delco, so you know you're gonna get top quality parts. Easy DIY project, takes 20 minutes, you got new filters everywhere.
Yeah, now when we come back, we're gonna take a quick break. We got a lot of fun, toys, action, so stick around for that.
Performance and safety are two major reasons why you should inspect your shocks starting at 50,000 miles. Bad or worn shocks will lead to increased braking distance. This means you won't be able to stop on short notice and could end up hitting the car in front of you during that 5 p.m. traffic jam. A worn shock decreases the connection between the tire and the road, which affects your anti-lock braking system's ability to work effectively. With less connection, the ABS control unit will open the brakes earlier, which can increase your braking distance by 40%. Worn shocks also cause your tires to bounce excessively on uneven roads, leading to more uneven tread wear and loss of steering control. This can create poor road grip and dangerous driving conditions on wet roads. Ensure your safety with a quality OE shock absorber. Sachs shocks are engineered to meet or exceed OE quality, safety, and performance specifications, and Sachs shocks undergo extreme testing for velocity, endurance, and road conditions. Put safety first and get your shocks checked out today. This tech tip is brought to you by ZF.
Okay guys, welcome back. We got another cool upgrade on our F350. Now this one is from Sylvania Lighting. I got a little soft spot in my heart for Sylvania. My dad worked for him for over 3 decades. This is their Zevo fog bulb. Now it's pretty cool because the old incandescent bulbs, you know, you just pop them out, and now there's finally a replacement bulb that can do the same thing, that simple and that easy. Now let's talk about the light you get from it. High intensity, 6,000 kelvins, look at that. Now you compare that to where the old bulb set at about 3,200. Natural sunlight comes in about 5,600 or so. So as you can tell, this thing is powerful, it's bright, it's gonna illuminate. It has a 5-year warranty and about 8 times the lifespan of the old style bulb. It's the Zevo bulb replacement, awesome for your fog lights. It's from Sylvania Lighting. Now my man Kevin has got some cool things inside the truck as well.
You know, we can't let this thing roll out of here without throwing some easy power at it. Now, Hypertech is making it super simple. Now, it's making us hot rodders kind of lazy because we used to have to wrench on headers and things for 20, 30 horsepower, busted knuckles, but now I can just hit the go button on their max energy power programmer. So this guy will make 115 horsepower, 200 foot-pounds, literally by putting in your VIN number and downloading the right calibration. Now, what's cool is you also pick up fuel economy. So I've got 3 stages of performance, so I can pick what I want. And actually the 3rd stage, the most powerful one, has the best fuel economy while you're towing anything over 5,000 pounds, so kind of cool. A great way to go pick up some power without having to get your knuckles banged up or even your fingernails greasy. So let's get that done here, and then we got some goodies for the back.
All right, we're on the back of our F350, literally on the back of it. Got to show you something cool from In the Ditch. Now, this is their XD Sportsman's Hitch, along with their XD mud flaps, which we're going to get into in just a second. Let me show you some of the cool things. Now, it's rated at 10,000 pounds capacity. It has both a 2-inch and a 2.5-inch for the receivers if you want to go big. And some really cool features I like about it. So you pull up to a trailer, we've all done it before. You need a 2-inch ball, you have a 2 5/16. You want to flip the script on it real fast, you just simply turn it over, right? Kind of neat. Slide this key in there, and then you're good to go, right? 6 inches drop, 5 inches lift, kind of cool. Now let me show you something else. Now this is the XD mud flap. It's a universal hitch, so it fits almost any hitches you're gonna have. No tools are required to put it on. I know what you're thinking. Ain't nobody got time for mud flaps? Well, trust me. If you're towing a nice 1971 Hemi Cuda behind you, you don't want to get hit with a cotton ball, let alone a rock. Now it spans from 76 inches all the way out to 106. So regardless of big truck, little truck, they've got you covered.
We have more of this killer LED technology from Sylvania, and this is their Cube X. Now, spot or flood. Now, what's great, again, is you can put them anywhere. You can mount them, let's say, in the back of the bed out of the way, but now I can see all my workspace up here. You know, maybe I want to put one up here on a light bar. I can flood in all directions, or maybe a couple down here if you're doing, you know, a lot of road crew work, cutting down trees. Now, let me show you how this thing works. It's got a daytime running light as an X. So I've got a little battery hookup, and this is pretty neat. So if you had them on the front of the vehicle, good safety, good awareness. But if you really want the good lighting, let me flip on the spot or floodlight. I mean, this thing will project high lumens, high power, really cool, instant on. So it's really cool technology, long life, and again, you can put them anywhere. So, you know, I ordered just a couple, but I might have to order a couple more and just light this whole baby up. Now we're gonna take a break. When we come back, you might be able to see behind me there a really cool motorcycle trailer, and you'll see the whole method to our madness. Towing on the workday, fun on the off time. Stick around. A lot of us like using our pickups, crossover vehicles, and Jeeps for work and on the weekends. We use them to haul, our kids and everything all week long, groceries, sports equipment, to trailers, camping gear, and more. So it's no wonder trucks, SUVs, and CUVs are the fastest growing markets in the US. But that also means we need a replacement part technology to keep pace. So stopping power is a huge key to your safety. Now, believe it or not, how fast your vehicle stops can depend on how much science and technology actually went into your brake pad. Now take a look at this Wagner OEX brake pad, and you can see how different it looks from anything else that's out there. And that's so it can stop your pickup, SUV, or CUV sooner and safer. Now, the folks at Wagner spent years researching and designing brake pads, and they've just introduced the Wagner OEX pad for 115 different applications, because every pickup, SUV, and CUV has unique braking demands. So how do they do it? Well, a cooler surface improves your stopping power. So these brake pads have a custom, patent-pending, application-specific shape and slot design that increases turbulent airflow and heat dissipation, so all around and through the pads. This keeps the pad as cool as possible and can help your pickup, SUV, and CUV stop sooner. Not only that, but the custom shape also provides optimal noise and vibration reduction on the road. Now, these brake pads also have a coated, precision-cut backing plate, which creates better fitment and makes installation easier. And because they can last up to twice as long as previous Wagner pads, you won't have to worry about replacing them as often, which means less time in the shop and more time getting people to places or starting your next adventure. So find your custom fit brake pads at your local Federated Auto Parts store. Hey, welcome back. Now, we got a lot of great work done on that 73 pickup truck, man. The stance, the look, some of that rust repair.
Well, yeah, but nothing's going to upgrade it like our kit here from ARP. Now, you think about that for a second. You spend all that time, money, and effort on the motor compartment, the body panels, get the stance right. When you pop the hood, you want that impressiveness too. And that's where a kit like this from ARP comes in super handy. And it lays all out exactly what you need. Motor mounts. You have alternator bracket, water pump, all your intake manifolds, all the necessary hardware, washers and so forth, and even some assembly lube included in the kit for any application out there.
Yeah, now ours is small block Chevy, which is perfect, but again, whether you have any type of vehicle, they're gonna have tons of kit options for you, or you can go individual. Right?
Yeah, man. And no doubt, high strength stainless steel, and the threads are rolled after its heat treat cycle, so that durability always there with the ARP kits.
Yeah, what I like, they're made in the USA, so go find yourself some nice ARP upgrades for your vehicle.
Yeah, man. Hey, let's talk about what you put in your baby, specifically Startron Enzyme Fuel Treatment. Let's look at this. You don't go to the gym for 3 hours doing curls for the girls to fill yourself up with candy and Kool-Aid afterwards.
What?
No. You want results. And that's what Startron Enzyme Fuel Treatment really does. It attacks and tunes up your fuel. Now think about it. It improves that combustion, right?
Yep.
Improves efficiency. It's basically going to give your fuel a much needed upgrade.
Yeah, so it's going to clean your fuel system, or if you're storing your favorite ride, whether it's your RV, your boat, your motorcycle, you name it, you put a little bit in the tank before you go in storage, so when you pull it back out, it's ready to start on the first crank.
And the great part about it, it cleans injectors, cleans carburetors, anything like that. It will attack, get all the dirt, debris out, and keeps that water out of your system and any application. From 20 gallons to 500 gallons, Startron Enzyme Fuel Treatment has you covered. Hey, let's talk spark plugs, specifically the Denso Iridium TT spark plug available at Federated Auto Parts. Now, we love when we get little science projects in it and can show you guys the difference. If you want to really control less interference with that spark growth, better combustion, this is your plug, and I'll show you why. Normal plug, the Denso Iridium TT plug.
Now look at the concentration of spark energy you get from the twin iridium tips. And I'll show it down here on the table so you can get a better shot out of it. You got these little tips, they're fine wire tips, they're made of that iridium, which is a really strong, high temperature, stable material, so you're not gonna get high temperature oxidation, corrosion, and it's gonna concentrate the spark so you get maximum energy to get that combustion system kicked off, and you don't have these big metal straps, especially on a cold start, to suck the heat out. So you get a good clean burn. It's the Iridium TT from Denso. Check them out at Federated Auto Parts. Now we all know the Gunk brand. We've been dipping our dirty, greasy paws in the hand cleaner forever. We've been using it to degrease our grubby old engines.
man.
But did you know about their all-purpose cleaner and degreaser?
Yeah, man, it's gonna tackle the toughest dirt, stains, oil, grease, whatever you throw at it. It's really engineered and designed to break up all that. And the great thing about it is it won't hurt plastic or etch aluminum like a lot of those cleaners do.
Yeah, now it comes in a really high concentrated formula. You can break it down to 35 to 1. Like you said, you could put it everywhere, clean just about everything. And you know the brand has been around forever. Just another way to get either yourself or something that you really care about cleaner, shinier, and better.
Man. For all your parts and pieces, check out Gunk All-Purpose Cleaner and Degreaser.
Hey, welcome back.
Yeah.
This is where the whole plan comes together, right?
Indeed.
Meet bike.
Yes.
Yep. You know truck.
No truck.
up here.
No
you know
big mud flaps.
Yep. That's to protect all this. Now introducing our Kendon stand-up motorcycle trailer, man.
I love this trailer, man. Dude, okay, so this back half folds up, right? So look at this.
And it folds down.
Boom,
Yeah.
right? And then it stands up. So you really lose about 75% of the real estate that this thing would ingest in your shop or your garage because it folds up, stands up, compact, fits in the corner. It's awesome. So now it comes with ramps and they have different options. Some of them hold 3 bikes. This one holds 1. It's the drive up. So the ramps come in a couple little different sections. Really cool, really simple to get on here and hook up. Boom.
Yeah, no, what's nice is the thing's super light. It's got independent torsion suspension on it. And you can see, man, it's just a super one-person kind of job.
So now we have the whole drive up ramp assembled. We have straps, we have tie downs from Max tie downs. So
Yeah, once this wheel locks in,
boom.
this thing is nice and stable. Hook up your straps.
Yeah.
We're about to go have some good times.
Yes.
I know this guy's gonna have a lot more good times. We gotta get this key. But hope you learned some things, hope you had some fun. Got the truck repaired, got a little bit on our old truck. So
Nice job.
we'll see you guys next time.
Two Guys Garage is brought to you in part by Federated Auto Parts. Best parts, best people, best service. Vehicle transportation provided by Pilot Transport, auto hauling specialists.